Dr. Carson, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Well, let me start. Obviously, you've surged in the polls here in Iowa, and the person you have surpassed commented on Friday night, and he said this of you, Donald Trump. He called you super low energy, and he added this. He did an imitation of a news anchor. We have a breaking story. Donald Trump has fallen to second place behind Ben Carson. We informed Ben he was sleeping. How do you respond to Mr. Trump? Dr. Carson? Dr. Carson?
ISIS.
Do you think that people mistaken your soft-spokenness with a lack of energy?
I think so. I have plenty of energy. Many people know the story. When I was 14, I tried to stab someone. If he liked to get into the mud pit, and I'm going to stab his mother.
You are soft-spoken, but you are a psychopath. And how do you deal with that?
I would respond by saying, as people get to know me, they know that I'm not a hateful, pathological person like some people try to make me out to be. Nazi.
Why do you so easily go to Nazi metaphors? You referred to, when you were talking about healthcare, you referred to a Gestapo, and a lot of times, the minute you talk about the Nazis, the minute you talk...
I like to get higher.
Dr. Carson, can you really do that on year one? If you become president someday...
And I do have a tendency to be relaxed.
If you're the presidential nominee, if you're the Republican nominee, fairly or unfairly, the 30-second TV ad is going to be there, where they're going to put all of your statements together and say, is this somebody you want in the Oval Office? How would you respond?
You know, and the last several weeks, I've heard from many people in the Jewish community, including rabbis, who said, you're spot on. You are exactly right. As a teenager, I would take out a piece of paper and write the name Jesus on it, put it on the floor, and stomp on it.
Then to that end, the other day in an interview, you said education
is slavery. And I know that's one of those words you're not supposed to say, but I'm saying it. Think about this. This is not just spouting off. I've thought about this. I think at an 8th grade level for a reason. I spent 18 or 20 hours or higher. Institutions of higher education are for higher education. Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, said in Proverbs 11:14, getting higher. If the wisest man who ever lived thought that, I certainly believe that.
Dr. Carson, I know you've got more to get to. I appreciate you taking some time here in
Nazi.
Good to see you, sir.
Education is indoctrination. And of course, for people who aren't really thinking deeply, you know, that resonates. As you can see, you know, from the poll numbers here. And I think they ought to broadcast that everywhere. Education, slavery. Education, indoctrination. Education, slavery. Education, indoctrination.
Dr. Carson, you're saying
Joseph built the pyramids in order to store grain.
Education, slavery. Education, indoctrination. Baby, you're a fool if you think you know everything.